Yes, your boy Don Figure, Johnny J. Blaze. We here at Benjamin Franklin High School, New Orleans, Louisiana. And, we just here to talk a little bit about what's going on, man. And, as always, we dealing with our issues. School is one of our biggest issues, man. We got to get education to these children, man. And we really, really got to get mentorship programs and different things in, too, to help this new generation that's lost in what's going on. So, Johnny J. Blaze, why don't y'all elaborate a little bit, man? Let them know what's happening, man.
Absolutely. I'm a Ben Franklin alumni, class of 2001. You know what I'm saying? It's my old stomping grounds. We're here, 2012, end of the world, December 21st. Sitting down with Professor Rein Hart, also alumni, class 2001. Now she brings her talents back to the school. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be. You get built up by your community, and then you come back and you do the same for the next generation. Professor Rein Hart.
Yes, sir.
What's it like going on at Ben Franklin today in 2012? What's the makeup of the school like today? What age group we dealing with over here?
Well, we're a lot of the same since you and I were at school 10 years ago, but I think I'm proud to say that today Franklin is more diverse than ever. We've got a pretty equal number of population of African American, Asian students, and Caucasian, and that's something that wasn't really the case when we were in school. The diversity is something that we're really proud of and hope that we can keep up. And
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. How are the demographics being affected by the new influx of Hispanic-speaking immigrants to this area?
That's a really good question. We really don't have as many Hispanic students as I think we should to reflect the new demographics in the city. That population, we haven't really seen an increase in that population.
Are y'all prepared for such an increase at this point?
I think we would really welcome that. We've got more Spanish teachers, more native speakers on faculty than any other in the foreign language department. So we've got 3 full-time Spanish-speaking people, and I think that we'd be able to handle that. We just need the students.
Excellent. Y'all heard that. Y'all know where to bring y'all kids, New Orleans. My next question is going to be more about what exactly is your contribution over here? What do you teach over here?
I have been the visual arts teacher here for the last 5 years, and this year I've also started working part-time in the office as the alumni coordinator, trying to reach out to alumni like yourself and bring them back to school to help us out.
Excellent, excellent. Always reach back into your network for assistance. You see what's happening nationally in the state of the game. So, now that we got kind of an understanding of what's happening here, what would you like to see happen at Franklin? I know we was talking about a project that's near and dear to your heart a little earlier. Explain that to the people.
We used to have Franklin Television, FTV is what we called it, and it hasn't come back since Katrina. And I've been working hard the last 5 years I've been here trying to make that happen. And for the first time, we are actually using the studio as a classroom this year with my students, and bringing some people back, hopefully in a couple days, to fix the wires and get the whole system working again, and hopefully get students to start making some movies and making some news start happening.
That would be beautiful. I heard you say earlier that there was some alumni who have benefited from some of that type of programming that was around before Katrina. Could you talk a little bit about that?
And I wish I could tell you all of them, but like 3 people really stand out to me right now. Our classmate, Amy McLean, class of 2001, she is now a news anchor in Tennessee, I think. We'll look that up. And so she's really representing her community from New Orleans. As a strong black woman where she is now, and doing the news over there. And then we've got famous Wendell Pierce, who's now
that type of foundation so that it can stay around and grow. So we was talking about the FTV, and they used to put out the news program. You was talking about possibility of doing movies. Is that something that the young folks would be interested in nowadays?
Absolutely. I think our students should be the next Steven Spielbergs and Denzel Washington. We've got the most talented kids around over here.
Y'all heard it.
That's right.
So, I know that she was involved in your community outside of this school. Can you give us a little taste of some of the things that you're doing around the community and some of the organizations that you associate yourself with?
That's a really good question. I've been involved in a lot of stuff. In fact, that's how I really reconnected with Mr. Pierce. Was I did a play, helped him with a play, Waiting for Godot, with the Classical Theater of Harlem, came down from New York. And a couple of years ago, when it was one of the biggest productions after Katrina, it was free and it brought the community together. And I met a lot of good people through that, and that kind of started some arts organizations, and I was involved with the Front Art Gallery for a while, and then recently we turned my grandfather's old beauty school into an art space, and another alum, Mr. Io Scott, son of John Scott, has been teaching some art classes for kids out of the space, and we're trying to do more with that. And I had another exhibition of an artist, Jackie Simmel, who does a lot of work with the Angola 3 project, and Herman Wallace, who's still in prison. She's been an advocate for him. Jackie and I are friends, and trying to get her to do some more with our space and our students. So yeah, kind of all over the place with focus on art, and now getting you back and trying to work with our kids with doing some more community projects.
Excellent, excellent. I heard you mention Herman Bell, the Angola 3 situation. And I know we were talking earlier about some specific concerns with the young black males and the education situation here and nationally. Can you speak a little bit more to that and some of your concerns related to that issue?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a national problem, and coming to a school like Franklin is a huge step up and a huge launching pad. And if we could just get students to realize their potential by staying in school and working hard, and Franklin's a hard school. We remember that you have to study and you've got to stick with it. And unfortunately, we do lose students every year that don't make the grade. And my little brother was among one of them 2 years ago. He didn't make it. But what I don't like seeing is that we have a lot of minority students, especially black male students, don't come back after their first year. And we're looking for ways to fix that. Because some of our best leaders in our community are from that population that graduated from here.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a sad state of affairs when you live in a nation that bills itself as the freest nation in the world, and they're determining where to build prisons based on third-grade reading failure. When obviously it would be cheaper to teach them how to read, so and more socially impactful. But that just speaks to why we need these young leaders to be developed in institutions such as Ben Franklin and others here and around the nation, because we have to change the paradigm. And the only way that you can change the paradigm effectively is with charismatic leaders who have sound solutions and are able to develop coalitions of the willing, who are willing to go out and put their money, their time, and their expertise on the line to make change. And this is where it begins. We were talking earlier about some of our experiences in high school. When I was in high school, I was floating around for a little while, and then reality started to sink in around sophomore, junior year. I remember I got real sick, ended up missing about a month and a half of school because I had some severe sinus issues. And then the following year, my senior year, I tore up foundation of a strong education, I was able to look inside of myself and find passions that I was exposed to through the opportunities given here for me to learn. You know, one of my teachers when I was a junior in high school, she found out that I knew how to write poetry. She encouraged me to pursue writing poetry, and then that inspired me to become more of an artist type person. You know, I started writing and writing and writing, and when I was getting depressed from having my leg torn up and, you know, getting depressed from having to have a second sinus surgery and all these different things and not, you know, having all the ladies I thought I was supposed to have. I was the captain of the football team and all this different stuff. I had my writing to fall back on, and it sustained me, you know.
A story I heard recently, there's a group of black doctors in New Orleans, and they were talking to another one of our alums who's a doctor who's actually helped donate a lot of money to the school to keep it going. And they told them, you know, if it wasn't for Ben Franklin, we wouldn't have African American doctors in the city. And that really motivated him to give back to the school and really keep it alive over here.
I got a question. What was it like when Katrina came, and you know, after it came through and people were scattered all over? What was the school doing at that time? Like, how was the school involved in any way with trying to help, you know, people, or you know, what were you guys doing?
You know what? I wasn't here. I wasn't here when Katrina hit, but so I can't really speak to that. But I can compare what the last 5 years have been like to when we were here 10 years ago, and I really would say we're going in the right direction, you know, but we can be doing more to help keeping these kids on the right path.
Yeah, I also, when Katrina hit, I was living here in New Orleans, but then ended up, I was on a business trip to Austin, Texas.
I remember.
And so I was in Austin watching the news and seeing it unfold and realizing I was homeless and all this good stuff. And it was about a year and a half before I got back over here and really got somewhat of an understanding of what took place. But I mean, this place was all flooded out. And one of the heroes of getting this school back open was my football coach at the time, Charles Fernino.
That's right.
He came in here when it was legal to come in here, and he built a coalition of the willing with some parents and some other teachers.
He was a former Army guy.
Yeah, he was a former.
He brought out his credentials.
He was a